Hello again, everyone. Yes, it's me yet again. And this tutorial is going to be dedicated to unpacking the Putting It All Together discussion board grading rubric so that I can try to be proactive in preventing errors and trying to help you to be as successful as possible in completing this assignment. It's worth 15 points. It's worth as many points as your hot topic paper, so it is an important assignment that really it deserves your time and your attention. Okay, so just like the other discussion board grading rubric, you're going to be graded not only on your initial posts, but also on your reply posts. And please notice right away that you are required to complete 3 replies instead of the most common 2 replies. Again, you are required to complete 3 replies for this particular assignment. First, let's look at the initial post and the items that are going to be graded. Initial posts must be posted on time, and that is worth a half of a point. For the initial post, you are required to thoroughly answer all questions presented within your assigned scenario, obviously researching the necessary components to respond thoroughly and intelligently. Okay, let's think about that for a minute. In each of your scenarios, you're going to be asked a series of questions, most often 4 questions. Some scenarios have, I think, 3, maybe one has 5. They're very similar, but they are different enough that you have to really respond to each one. Something that helps keep students on track is that they will complete their initial post and they'll number. They'll basically reply to each question by putting number 1 and then an answer, number 2 and then an answer, and that's fine to do that for this discussion board. That will really help to keep you on track. Or if you don't want to put the number and then your response, you just can divvy that up into as many paragraphs as there are questions. But you'll want to stay very organized and make sure that you answer each question thoroughly. So you'll want to read each question, make sure that you understand each question, and then you'll want to provide an answer. Now, some questions may be asking your opinion. Some questions may be asking you if you really understand concepts that are part of the textbook. You'll want to use your textbook as a reference if that is the type of question that it's asking. It may be asking you how you might have responded if you were the nurse in a situation. And in those particular cases, you may want to talk about your ethical lens inventory results. You may want to talk about the ANA Code of Ethics and how you follow those that code of ethics as part of your professional practice. You may also want to include an example of something that has happened to you in your professional life that exemplifies what you have said in that section. Long story short, make sure that you fully and thoroughly answer each question that is asked of you. That is important. And you can tell it's really important because this section is worth 4 points, 4 out of 15 points. So it's very important. Okay, in your initial post, answer included a mastery of understanding of ethical concepts presented thus far in the course. And that information is going to be referenced right out of your textbook or the ANA Code of Ethics. So if you get to the end of your initial discussion board post and you haven't referenced your textbook and you haven't referenced the ANA Code of Ethics, there's a problem with your initial post and you need to go back and make revisions before you actually post it. Those 2 things need to be included in your initial post, and you'll see based on the questions that are being asked of you where that ties in. And again, you want to weave those concepts right into your answers to those questions. Basically, that shows that you understand how the current ethical dilemma that's being discussed in the scenario really ties in with the key concepts from your textbook and the Code of Ethics. Worth 2 points, 2 out of 15 points. It's important. Don't miss that. Here is the element in the initial post that's most often missed by students. And again, I don't know why, but it often is neglected. The answer included a mastery of understanding of legal concepts presented thus far in the course, and that information is going to come probably from your textbook. Almost all of the scenarios specifically ask you to identify legal hazards in those particular scenarios. So again, don't skip that. Go to your textbook. That will be the foundation for your answer to those legal questions. The next element of, or the last element of your initial post, provided personal ethical viewpoint, including personal or professional examples from your ethical lens inventory. So here you're going to be referencing the ethics game ELI. You're going to be talking about your preferred lens and how that will play a role in answering some of the questions that you're going to be asked in your particular scenario. And that students are typically really good about doing, and that item is hardly ever missed by any student. And again, that's worth 1 point. Okay. Regarding your reply posts, making sure that all of your replies are done on time, it's worth ½ point. The next element is, again, initiated substantial posts and conversations with classmates in a professional yet personable manner, indicating research of the questions assigned to classmates. We talked about this in one of the previous tutorials, right? So simply providing a statement of agreement to someone's peer post will result in 0 points. You need to show that you are taking this to the next level. And in fact, for this assignment, what I would suggest is think about finding a scholarly article that really speaks to whatever scenario or ethical concept or legal concept is involved in your peer's post to which you are responding. Use that as a reference and to lay the foundation for your response. That would be an example. Or certainly you can agree or disagree with your peer's post, but again, that's not all I want in your response. I want you to take it to the next step. Get the ANA Code of Ethics and elaborate in detail about a specific piece of information that your peer included in their post. Or a legal concept. You're not just going to want to say, yes, that sounds great, I agree, I would have done this, I would have done the exact same thing in this scenario, I think this is appalling, this is horrible. You can include your thoughts and your feelings, but then I expect you to take it to the next level with some additional thoughts. Okay, so don't stop halfway, go all the way. Because this assignment specifically says, incorporated appropriate references to validate your replies from the text, and from other references. Do not neglect that. That, again, is overlooked. I don't know if it's just that students are not reviewing the rubric close enough, or that they feel like they just don't understand what's expected of them in a reply post, but that's really important in your growth as a professional scholarly nurse, really taking it to that next level and challenging yourself. And again, APA is included in all elements of the rubric. Strong writing will benefit you in every single item. If you're struggling with grammar, with APA format, that's going to hinder you in every element of your assignment. So again, keep in mind that there is a writing center, a tutoring center that absolutely is there to help and assist you at any point in time. Don't wait to the last minute. It's not a 24-hour turnaround, and they don't do proofreading, but they are absolutely there to help you. And any questions, general questions, you can certainly ask them via the Q&A discussion board. Otherwise, any personal questions, please feel free to email me. Okay, I hope this tutorial is helpful. Best of luck to all of you.